Hi everybody, it's Natasha from the Cozy Cushion, your spiritual guide through the Akashic Records. So today I just wanted to briefly come talk to you about a few things. One is our relationship with other people, and specifically to intuitive, empathic people. And sometimes people have intuition about how things should be, and we like to interfere, and that's not good for people. And there's a lot of misconceptions, I believe, around psychic abilities and what they can and can't do. And I just wanted to bring that topic up because in the news recently I read one of my greatest pet peeves, that there is some psychics that had used email lists and telephone calls to scam people from their money, large amounts of money, repeatedly. And being a psychic medium, that's my greatest fear, is my integrity and what I bring to the table and how I use my healing sacred medicine to sincerely help people. And sometimes these misconceptions can, take us places that aren't necessarily good for us. So no psychic medium in the world ever that's any good will ever approach you through a message or telephone call telling you that you need them. I'm in my barn, so my apologies. You're going to hear some unusual noises, and I just assure you it's my chicken Karen. She's protecting a batch of 12 eggs, so she's a little vocal. So with scamming people and integrity and psychic abilities, psychics do not necessarily have the ability to tell you when love is coming into your life. Psychics, true psychics, do not ever reach out to people in any way, shape, or form. They never approach them. They never tell them they're going to get something in return for a certain exchange or a money exchange. And it breaks my heart, sincerely, to even think that there's these scammers out there doing this sort of thing. And it just brings up my insecurities about the Cozy Cushion, because even though I'm into health and wellness, but I'm also an intuitive empath with psychic abilities, and I want to use my abilities to help people. And how I like to help people is I take them through a journey of self-discovery through the Akashic Records, which is a reading that the two of us do together. And we access the spiritual realm and energies that exist in the universe. So that's what I refer to when I'm talking about psychic ability. If somebody wants to come and see me and know if they should leave their husband, if they should get a divorce, if they should get a new job, are they getting a new job? Are they, going to get pregnant? And they want these absolute answers. Any psychic that does this and participates in this and fuels this is really doing you a disservice, because every psychic knows that the world, the laws of the universe are free will. So I'm telling you straight up, you can be your own psychic medium. You can have conversations with your higher spirit as well as your loved ones in the afterlife as well. And any psychic does not seek you out, most importantly. So if you're looking for a psychic, or you want to talk to a psychic, or you want a tarot reading, I really encourage you to seek out people that you reside with, real, actual human beings that you know and love. And often every community, like here in Nova Scotia, has plenty of psychic mediums and spiritual mentors and so on and so forth. So at the Cozy Cushion, I am your guide, and I love to talk about all things spiritual, ghosts, what it's like to be a medium, the struggles people have being empaths, those sort of things. So on this Ruby Tuesday, which is actually Wacky Wednesday, I just wanted to discuss scam artists, psychic ability, and what true psychics can and cannot do. True psychics can do amazing things. They can help in so many dramatic ways. They have all psychics have different abilities that they nurture. That's what makes every psychic different. And that's why it's important to find a psychic or medium that's really in alignment to your life's questions. So for instance, if you've lost a child and you would like to hear a message from that child's spirit, I sincerely encourage you to find somebody that's in alignment with those practices, that they've fine-tuned those particular abilities to have those channels and connections with spirit. I've worked very diligently in a few realms myself of interest that are people that have been affected by crimes, people that have been affected by suicide, and also people that have life questions that there's missing pieces. So for instance, a lot of my gifts are based specifically around family members that may or may not have known each other existed. And how my psychic abilities started was when I was a very little girl. And I could see and talk to people that were active members of our community, but I didn't know because I seen them so clearly and had my abilities were so fine-tuned at birth that I didn't even know that other people didn't experience what I experienced until I was like 5 or 6 years old and I went to school. And when I went to school, I got to see a whole other realm of energies and how energy moves within us and what it means to each and every one of us. So we're all individual beings living in an individual world with very complex yet very simple problems. A true psychic medium wants to help you help yourself. That's all they want to do. They want to invite you into sacred space to give you an opportunity to have a conversation, to hear yourself, help yourself and heal yourself. So that's what I love to do. It's very warm today, especially in the barn. My apologies. So with that being said, once again, all I wanted to do was come here today and touch base with you and engage with you. And give you a little bit of education because I've been paying attention to the news and, as well as developing my full capacity to utilize my abilities into my purpose and overall what it is I want to do each day of my life to help make the world a better place. And my favorite thing to do is, of course, be a front desk. I like to greet people. I love to hear your stories. And I really love knowing what's going on with you. Just how are you doing? People, when they first see me, they really lay it on me. I mean, people that I don't even know. I've asked people, how you doing? And they're like, I'd be great. Just my wife died 2 years ago and I really miss her. And then, my abilities really lead me to seeing her presence in the experience that I'm having with this other person. So it's very, very simple of how things work, and it infuriates me. And a reason why I didn't do tarot readings and mediumship readings for a long time is because of the misconceptions and the belief systems around what people think I can do, what I actually do, and my purpose here, which is to help you help yourself overall. And so with that being said, if you are the type of person that has had mediumship readings and seeks them out, so make sure you're safe. Make sure that you try to get to know people and they answer your questions. That's very important. And a true medium isn't looking for anything from you. Nothing. They may look for a payment, of course. That is natural. I mean, the normal. You do pay a psychic medium for your session, your time. for that sacred space. So it's just like any other appointment. You're sitting down with your doctor or your chiropractor or whatever. You're setting aside that time for that appointment to do a particular task of, depending on what that purpose is. So I want you to be very careful. So I'm always sending out these warnings because Spirit reminds me of that every day. Every day. It's like, Natasha, you should talk about this and bring this to people's attention. So I hope this is helpful. Also, today at the Cozy Cushion, I just wanted to express to you how grateful I am that you tune in and you leave me messages of just connections, or you may have liked something I've said or that sort of thing, because this whole goal really is dependent on the friendships and connections that I make to help a life dream kind of come into fruition. But the overall goal is for us to have a community here in the meantime. So, that's one thing. If you have any questions at any point, please send me a direct message, either through my email or my Facebook page at the Cozy Cushion, or some of you, of course, know me personally, so you can always send me a direct message that way. So other than that, I'm just going to also touch base on the vagus nerve, because a lot of you that know me know I'm an anatomy fanatic. I used to be a personal trainer and worked in a gym for a long time. My whole career was health and wellness, and I really liked helping people become well. And one thing that I've noticed is, in my industry, nobody likes to talk about you being able to fix yourself. Everybody's out there seeking a fix from somebody else. I have this, so I need to take a pill, or my heart's doing this, so I need to take a pill, and I don't know if I'm ever going to find love, so I need to ask a medium. I need to know. And when we're doing that, we're seeking it out, and we need help. We all need help, and it's important to ask for help. But at the same time, it surprises me in my career how few people know that they can heal themselves, that they can tap into our life force and streams to bring light and healing to ourselves. Sitting in the sun can heal ourselves. Breathing deeply, fully, and completely. Breathing techniques can help us heal ourselves in so many ways. Help us with migraines. So many people suffer from migraines, like myself. For years I suffered from migraines. And what I realized is my triggers and what brings on a migraine for me, and how I can stop it, what I can do now to make it better. And it's changed over time. When I was very young, it was stressful situations I had no control over. As I got older, it was stressful situations that I deliberately placed myself into that would make me unwell and have a headache and so on and so forth. And then when I got older, of course, it was the actual changes of life, such as menopause and physiological changes that we go through. And of course, I've learned to control and minimize those things. And it's so important that each human being, we always say, oh, my parents didn't leave a parenting handbook. I wish I had a handbook for life. Well, the thing about that is we have a whole blank book. We have an opportunity, and we don't need it. We don't even need to read or write. We don't even need to draw. We just need to put our attention and our thoughts into this book to write the chapters every single day, and be willing to change with the tides of life. and be willing to seek out our own answers for our own selves from our own guides, angels, teachers, masters, and loved ones, and do our best to listen, which I've struggled with. It's not easy to listen to your guides. It's not easy to listen to your intuition. And it's not easy to have abilities and you know free will exists, so you can't do anything to change the course of action. And what I mean by that is a very heartfelt topic to me. Is, some of you know, I adopted 2 kittens, Angel and Easy. And I got these 2 kittens. They were babies. They were abandoned. And my sister couldn't keep them, so I was able to keep them. They were 2 brothers, 2 boys, and I brought them home, and I built a barn to keep them in. I live next to a highway that's very busy, so immediately my intuition said, you've got to keep these kittens safe. And but they needed to be outdoor cats. I have a chicken coop, we had rats, and the goal of these kittens being rescued and spayed, neutered, and cared for, and fed and loved was to be outdoor cats and barn cats that, you know, I would do my best to keep safe. And long story short, I was living between 2 parallel worlds the whole time, because my intuition and my psychic abilities said, Natasha, it's impossible to keep these cats safe. That was hard. So there was a side of me that wanted to bring them inside, but that would take away their free will. That would take away their purpose. They were born outside. They were feral cats. They were not indoor cats, you know. So I had to say to myself, okay, well, you know, what is the most important thing to me? And you know, and I talked to the kittens, you know, about this, and I was like, you know, they wanted to be outside cats. They, you know, they wanted to be loved. And long story short, both kittens within a month apart were hit by cars. I was devastated beyond words, and I felt responsible. I felt like a cat murderer. I felt like the worst cat mom in the world. And these kittens loved me. They were the best kittens ever. I had them neutered. We're actually in the barn right now. So behind me is actually the cat ladder where they would go up to the loft right here. There's actually a place where sun can come in. So this is a window to keep it warm in the winter and all year round, where they could lay up there. And there's actually a little cat hut up there that's insulated, so they could sleep in there together up high to be safe in this barn. So psychic abilities don't give you the capacity to change a thing about anything, ever. You know, and, you know, there's been situations in my life where I've known things because my intuition will very clearly tell me, but it's not my place to say or do anything about it. It's taken me 48 years now. Well, this is my 48th year. I'm new into year 48, but this many years to be okay with, and I'm still not okay with that, to tell you the truth, because it's heartbreaking, crippling, honestly, especially when you get reads. There's been intuitions in my life, for instance, of babies not making it much time in our world. And I've known that very early on, and it's free will. It's not my business. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change it. Even if you say, hey, you know, there's this, you know, a warning, you know, and it's not going to it's a paradox. It's a very, that's why I created the Cozy Cushion, so we can talk about this stuff, because it's hard. And if you have psychic abilities, growing into that can be extremely challenging and hard. And that's why suicide is so close to my heart, is because there was a great period of time in my life where it was physically, emotionally, and spiritually difficult to be here. on planet Earth. Honestly, I just did not prefer it. I hated it. I didn't like it at all. And it's changed for me, as you can see. I now love it here, so I'm glad that I stayed. And I gained so much knowledge from that experience, and I would have never had that experience if it wasn't for my own psychic abilities and my intuitions and learning every year of what they mean to me and how they work with my genuine personality and my integrity in life. So that's where my readings, my Akashic readings, come into play. So I will never ever reach out to you for any reason to say, hey, I have intuition that you need a reading. I will never ever do that. Everybody that has a reading with me, if I make an offer, it will be a free offer, but it's still free will. I don't seek you out. I give you the opportunity, you respond to me, and you lead the way. So that's one thing that I just wanted to mention and talk about today, where there's scam artists everywhere. I mean, they're on the phone, they're calling your house, they're dipping in here, there, and everywhere, and that's frustrating, especially for the content creators and people that are trying to create a safe online space to engage each other in conversation. So at some point, I will open up a Zoom room for spiritual content. I'm not sure when that will be because I'm still in the developing phases and there's so much to learn. But when I do, you'll have an opportunity to come in to a sacred space spiritual coaching room, and we'll be able to discuss some of the things that mean most to you. So that's going to be a fun thing to look forward to in the future. So I'm just going to sign off today. I just want to make the habit of course, doing a video every week, touching base with all you people that I'm so grateful for, that you enjoy tuning in and seeing what I'm talking about and sitting in this sacred space with me. If you have any questions or would like to discuss anything, like I say, I'm completely open to any discussions about it. I also do a discovery call, which I will give you a call on the telephone and we can discuss things personally. So once again, you just send me a message on my The Cozy Cushion page at Facebook or on Facebook. To do that. As it stands right now, I'm still working on some other stuff because that's just what's happening now. It's also my son's 16th birthday, so happy birthday to my baby son. He's 16, so it's a huge day. A huge day to celebrate. So I'm just going to sign off with love and appreciation. And if you're going through a difficult time with your health, I just want you to look on the bright side. Don't suffer in silence, and don't think that you're alone, even if you physically can visually see, Natasha, I know I'm on my own. I know there's no one around you. That I know that there's just angels, masters, and teachers and loved ones that are waiting here on earth physically to help you, as well as in other realms, and you can reach out to them at any time, and action is the highest form of prayer. So you are loved by me. I will see you next Ruby Tuesday, if not on Wacky Wednesday. You take care. It was nice to have you here with me, and I absolutely appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and enjoy this beautiful day.